Okay, this is one I've not seen before. A bit of an odd one. It really just, I can't really buy that is actually a natural situation. Well, it looks like it's been weaved through here. These have been pushed through, and these have been held up against. Right. Okay, this is one I did find last week that is really interesting. It's all of these branches here have been pushed through here and been snapped as well. I mean, that there is recent. I'd say that's happened in the last 4 months, so similar time periods as the potential shelter. Yeah. Now, Native American Indians, they say that some of these teepee type structures indicate how many Bigfoot are in the family group around the area, and when they add a fresh one, it means one that's recently been born or a new addition to the family. So, are we looking at here? Could this be a new addition to the family? This one just here, because some of these are quite old. So I don't know, but it's an interesting concept if that is the case. If it's true, then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5 in this group. So that's interesting. Okay, let's move on, see if I can find the tree arches, which I know are down here somewhere. I'll say a few things. I found some tree branches that have been stuck in the ground. I found 4 of them here last week. Goodness knows where they are now. Some of them were pinned up against trees and then pushed into the ground itself. Some were in the middle of open area, and were pushed in the ground. There's quite a few. I think I'll have to go further down. There's quite a few little piles of sticks that have been piled up against trees. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to easily find these tree arches. Interesting. Right, we'll go down to the bottom here, because I know it's on the outer edge, outer perimeter, so that might give you an idea. Oh, here we are. There's a lot going on in this wood. So a mile and a half away from the first location. Alright, here we are. This is the first tree arch that I found here, and you can argue it looks natural, but I'm going to show you why it's not natural. Right, it's over 6 foot tall. Look down here. It comes down here, all the way down there. It's still alive. See the branches still alive. So look, that tree there has been broken to hold it down, and that tree there has also been pushed over to hold it there, and also there's another tree that's been pushed over. That's this one. It's killed it, and it's holding it down as well. So clearly it's not natural. It's not natural at all, and it's the same type of setup that we got at site 1, where branches are being held down by other branches that have been broken off to hold them down, and you know, round about that sort of height too. But this is not the only one that's just here, so I'm going to move just a few feet, about 6-8 feet over here, and we've got our second tree arch. Alright, look how it's been held here. These branches here have been pushed out to hold it down there. So is it natural? No, I don't think so. And I think this one was also originally a tree arch, but not so anymore. I think it might have just bounced up. It looks like it's got a bit of an arch to it. But yeah, interesting. 2 tree arches, and look, right next to it you've got this breakage at chest height, and it goes down there. Now we've got a little bit of an arch there, which initially I discounted as being natural, but I'm not so sure now. I feel it's probably not natural, because it comes out along here, rubs up against that branch, and then it goes on the other side, so it weaves in there, and then it comes out and weaves across down in front of that. So it's not a major one, and it looks quite old. So I'm not particularly interested in that one, but the other two, yeah. And that's that tree snap there. That's not natural. That's been done on purpose, because that's a nice young tree, and it's sheltered in here, so there'd been absolutely no reason why it would have snapped in the wind. So yeah, interesting. This Site 4's turning into be, you know, I only came here last week on the basis of checking out fresh areas, but at a bigger distance away from Site 1 to see if there's anything different that is seen in different parts of the wood. And sure enough, I found similar things going on here, as well as that awesome temporary nest stroke sleeping bedding area. Okay, right, let's move on. Well, I hope I've given you a bit of an insight as to Site 4, which is what I'm now calling it. I mean, these two here are on the boundary of the wood, so I think these are clearly sent as messages to any other communities coming into the area that this woodland's taken. And you know, I've got a bit of a respect for the Native American idea of some of these teepee type structures, giving an indication of how many members are in the vicinity. May be the case, may not be, but it's a good theory, and maybe it's got some validity to it. But at the moment, there's no way of knowing for sure. But you know, this is the first time I've gone much further away from Site 1. And you've got the same sort of things happening here. So yeah, I think that the whole wood itself, probably some of the adjacent woods that are in the local area, which is going to be my next target, to see if any woods in the near neighbourhood also exhibit signs of activity. Then that would be interesting. Okay, I'm going to sign out here for today, but I hope that gives you a little bit more of a flavour for the sorts of odd things that are going on here, which clearly are not natural and not really human-like behaviour. So I'm, you know, the reason why I'm here is that I have a belief that there is a community of these hairy hominids, Bigfoot-like creatures that people have witnessed locally. So yeah, that's the reason I'm coming, and the more times I come, the more information I collect that helps paint the picture that that is probably the case. I think we've got a long way to go yet until we can be, well, I think I am certain that they are here, but scientifically concluded that they are here. All it takes is another visit to the wood and coming across, you know, something like an actual sleeping type environment, and collect a couple of hairs, and then there you go. But today I've got some hair, but as I say, I'm not convinced it's that type. It looks more like deer hair, so I'm going to carry on looking. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.